A severe drought in Kenya has seen pastoralist communities in the country's north to cross over to neighboring Uganda in search of water and pasture for their animals. Kenya declared the drought a national disaster last week, and President Uhuru Kenyatta has called for international support to help tackle the situation.
Pastoralists in Kenya's northern Turkana County are crossing into neighboring Uganda in search of pasture as a severe drought devastates their country. In Moroto, Uganda, about 30,000 herders have camped near Kobob Dam, a reservoir constructed in 1962 to supply the country's pastoralist Karamojo community with water all year round.
I traveled quite a long distance from Kenya, following rivers along the way. But whenever we settled in a new place, we soon run out of water and pasture, and it was getting too dry for the animals. I have lost very many animals because of the drought, and some of them are still very weak.
Ugandan authorities say the herders are not allowed to keep their guns when they come into the country.
All the water resources are not enough to sustain the communities during the drought season. We are now embarking on major big dams. The first one will be in Turkana North, costing approximately over 200 million. The second one will be in Turkana West, where we are neighboring, where we are. If we are able to do that and successfully dig the big dam, then we should be able to retain our pastoralists in our own country.
Kenya has set aside about $70 million for drought mitigation efforts, but says it needs to raise a further 100 million more from donors to fund the program.
3 million Kenyans will continue providing food and cash transfers. We intend to mobilize water bowsers and trucks from the public institutions and also from Army, from NYS. We also want to upscale on livestock offtakes for cattle, and we have gone now further to also undertake offtake on sheep and goats, particularly in areas where the markets are now dysfunctional. We have also decided to increase the provision of food to act as fees, subsidies.
The UN World Food Programme has said it is short of $22 million for the next 6 to 9 months to provide support such as school meals for 428,000 children who often depend on them as their only substantial meal of the day.
Grasshoppers are providing opportunities for traders in MAIDUGURI, Borno State in Nigeria as communities there rebuild after years of insurgency. Grasshoppers make up an important part of the people's diet, and according to the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, insects are a rich source of fat, protein, vitamins, fiber and minerals.
Armed with lamps and bags, these young men in MAIDUGURI, northern Nigeria, are hunting grasshoppers. Catching the jumpy insects takes patience and skill. When they are in season between November and March, the best time to catch them is either at night or at dawn, when it's cool outside and the insects are slow to react. The young men will sell their catch at the nearby market. Residents here are working to rebuild their lives after the military drove out jihadist group Boko Haram, which waged a 7-year campaign to create an Islamic State in the northeast. Insects generally provide a cheaper option for protein compared to other traditional meats. Mary Moses is popular at the market for her crunchy fried grasshopper. The mother of 7 has been in the business for over 10 years, and it has enabled her to educate her children. In a good month, she makes about 15,000 naira.
I'm able to fend for myself and take care of the children, including pay for their schooling. Going to school is very important, and if you can't sponsor your children's education, your earnings mean nothing. I am grateful to God because some of my children graduated from the university and also the NYSC because of this grasshopper business.
Consumption of edible insects is being promoted around the world, with scientists saying they can be a nutritious and environmentally friendly answer to food insecurity. They are a rich source of fat, protein, vitamins, fiber and minerals, according to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. Abubakar is the driver who operates through most northern states from Kano, Katsina to Maiduguri. He buys grasshoppers here for friends whenever he's on a trip.
Eating grasshoppers is something we learned from our parents, and we have gone on to eat them. When coming to the States, people usually send me to buy the grasshoppers for about $16 and above, and then on my way back I deliver them. They like them so much. It's true that grasshopper meat is just like any other meat, only that it comes from the ground. You may not eat them, but your ancestors sure ate them.
Globally, at least 2 billion people eat insects, and more than 1,900 species have been used for food, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization.
And a need to thrill and love for cars drives youth from South Africa's townships into the once legal but now officially recognized sport of car spinning. This tarmac arena in Soweto, South Africa is part of an alternative motorsport scene that has been drawing daring youth, curious neighbors and adrenaline junkies for close to 3 decades. It's dangerous and fun, and the drivers of these spinning vehicles are addicted to it. This tarmac arena in Soweto, South Africa is part of an alternative motorsport scene that has been drawing daring youth, curious neighbors and adrenaline junkies for close to 3 decades. To the observer, it looks like the point of it all is to speed, spin and blow up lots of smoke from a car's rear tires while occasionally dangling out the door or sunroof. But to those who take part, it's a way of life.
We wake up in the morning, we work on our car, in the evening we think about when we're going to spin again. This is our life. My life is my car, spinning. That's what my life is.
Spinning is everything to me in terms of the friends, family, supporters, fans and all that. It means a lot to me. I mean, I started when I was 15 years old.
South Africa's car spinning goes back to the 80s when car thieves would escape into the townships at high speeds, partly so they wouldn't get caught, but also because the spinning and screeching provided an adrenaline rush that became a near obsession. The car of choice has always been the BMW E30 because of its stability and front-wheel drive, although other makes like Toyota now make it onto the arena. Looks like some risky moves there. But that's it on today's program. Thank you so much for watching. I am DC Adebayo.